Scott Steiner or Braun Breaker? What can you tell us why people lately is comparing so much Braun Breaker with Scott Steiner?
Well, you can guys, since if you guys know the Steiner brothers before, a long time ago, started from the 70s. Rick Steiner, his dad, Scott Steiner, his uncle. Used to call him Scott Steiner, Big Pumpa Pump. So the Steiner brothers were in WCW, WWE. So Braun Breaker is his nephew, to Scott Steiner, has gotten all the moves from him. So there's a Steiner recliner, which is a submission hold, the military press power slam, Scott Steiner as well. The spear, no, because Scott Steiner never did a spear. That comes from another, he did it himself. But all the moves and all the physiques that Braun Breaker comes from his uncle. So they've been saying that probably his uncle has been training him. So he's been training with his uncle and stuff. His uncle's already retired, as well as his dad. Two Hall of Famers. But Braun Breaker, like I said, getting all his moves from his uncle, his physiques, all his moves that his uncle has been teaching him since he was little. So remember, Braun Breaker has been in wrestling since he was born. So all his uncle has known has taught his nephew.
Yeah, and but something that we have to consider also, it's right now I would say the 2024 is the race of Braun Breaker. Now I'm mentioning this because Braun Breaker, as we know, he started already in NXT, meaning off. He started from scratch in WWE, which is one of the best benefits that he can get as an actual professional wrestler.
Braun Breaker started in NXT because he grew up as wrestling, grew up with wrestling, but didn't know how to wrestle at all.
Correct.
He trained with NXT. That's how he started. Yes, Scott Steiner taught him and trained him, but actually NXT is the one that give him the thumbs up and they say, let's do this and let's do it.
Yeah, because one thing is that you can learn kind of like the Dominic, again, Mysterio's style, but another thing is to perfect your techniques and perfect your wrestling moves.
But Dominic was different.
Well, yeah, a little bit.
Dominic,
it's true.
The problem is his father is still a wrestler, and the father started with him. They told him, he probably told the owners or the bosses, hey, my son is going to come, he's going to be in my team. Let me wrestle with him at my side. That's how Dominic was started in the main roster, because his dads were in next to him. Now he's by himself because he learned.
Correct.
But he started because his father was there.
Right. And
Braun Breaker wasn't. Braun Breaker, his uncle and father were already retired.
Correct.
So he had to start from scratch. And that's what NXT has taught him.
And on the other hand, what do you think that, is it actually, you think, the year for the better development for Braun Breaker? Because right now we are seeing Braun Breaker now in the main roster in Raw.
No, you have to remember, Braun Breaker has been champion.
Looking to have this Intercontinental Championship so bad. So what do you think about
Braun Breaker, you have to remember, he's been champion in the past. He's been NXT champion, he's been tag team champion, he's been North American champion. So he started developing in NXT. Now he's gone to the main roster. They're moving him up. So, of course, now they give him a title shot on the Intercontinental Championship. He lost it the first time he got a title shot. Now they're going to give him a second shot. I would predict something that he might win it this time, because it's just already the big. He just lost it the first time, and he was this close to winning it that first time. This time, I would assume that he's going to win it. So they're bringing him up, and he's learning. Remember, even though you already been in wrestling 5-6 years, you still sometimes you learn more. Even in your old, you learn more and more of every day. So he's learning a little bit more and more, and if he becomes Intercontinental Champion, he's going to be moving up, and he's going to learn a little bit more. So hopefully he wins the title, like I said, and moves up to his limit.
And when it comes to speaking in the microphone, what do you think that he has the actual skills to do it? And of course, upgrade
a little bit, yes. I would say he's a little bit rough when he talks. He's not a perfect when he talks, but he's a little bit rough. But yes, there's some wrestlers that don't know how to talk yet.
That's true.
They talk and they don't know what the hell they're saying. I'm sorry to say it.
Yeah, it's true.
One of them I can say for sure. Dominic Mysterio doesn't know how to talk.
He's working on it.
He's working on it.
We noticed that.
And the ladies, Blair Davenport does not know how to talk. I'm sorry to say that. But there's wrestlers that are trying to learn. Just like NXT. NXT teaches you and trains you how to speak too.
Correct.
Tia Hale doesn't know how to talk. She mumbles.
Oh, okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah.
If you say so.
No.
Right.
And she's rough and she goes, no.
Right.
That's what they teach you. And one of the guys that is not with us anymore that taught him, that was his part of training, was Dusty Rhodes.
Oh,
he's the one
really?
that taught the wrestlers how to talk. He used to say to the wrestlers, "You don't say it like that. You say it like this."
Correct. Oh, that's pretty interesting.
That was Dusty Rhodes' job at NXT.
Interesting.
That's why everybody loved him so much.
Interesting.
So, but yeah, Braun Breaker, he's learning. Not in the talking part. He still needs a little bit more work, I will say. I'm not saying he doesn't know how to talk, but he needs a little bit more work. But as a wrestler, I'm telling you, yes, he can make it. And I hope he can do it more in his future.
Perfect. If you like this video, do not forget to leave a like. And of course, comment down below what do you think about Braun Breaker, because this is a whole star that is growing every month. And we want to know your thoughts. Of course, again, Alex and Carla. And we'll see you in this channel in the next one.